everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video with these three colours. So we've got Sherbet Lemon, Heat Wave and Flamingo Beach here. And then also to match up with those, we're going to be using Sex on the Beach, Pink Flamingo and Mimosa, which are all from the cocktail collection from Sparkle Supplies UK, which is my favourite glitter collection from them. So I'm going to be doing two different nails, and we're going to be doing some sort of like, what's it called, sort of scenery, beach vibes. So I am going to be doing a sort of ombre with these three colours, but I'm not really bothered about it being perfect or anything, because we are going to be covering the colour completely with glitter. So it's not the end of the world, like if it doesn't blend perfectly, because we are going to be covering it up anyway. But I'm going to start off with my darkest, well, the colour that I want at the top basically, which is the orange colour. I'm just going to apply that. And then next up I'm using the pink, just button it up to that orange. And then I've got my palette next to me, and I'm going to be using that to wipe my brushes off in between to make sure that I don't contaminate the colour in the bottle. And then last but not least, I've got my yellow. And again, just wiping it off next to me. I don't know why my light is so close to my desk, but it's weird. There we go. So this is what we look like at the moment. I'm then going to go in with the Blend It brush from Erin's collection. I don't know why that took me so long to get into words, but there we go, we got there in the end. Just making sure it's nice and clean. And the way that I'm going to do it is, because it doesn't matter about the blend, I'm just going to go in and just create, I've just put way too much pressure on that, really, really gently this time. I'm just going to create some waves throughout the colours. Try and get some colour back on there. Like so. And then once I've done that, I'm going to go in with this brush and just go across really gently. Don't want to put too much pressure on at all. I'm cleaning off between doing it as well. And then I'm going to do the same with the yellow and pink. Obviously the yellow and pink is not going to mix together quite as easily as the pink and orange, because the pink and orange are much more similar to each other. I'm just going to do that, and then again just wiping off my brush and then going from one side a bit up and down at the same time. Again, getting off the excess. And that is literally all I'm doing. Obviously the blend isn't perfect, and if I was just doing an ombre, then that is definitely not what I'd want it to look like. But like I said, I'm going to be covering it up, so it's not a problem. So I'm just going to do the exact same thing on this nail, and then I'll meet you back here for the next step. So while that second nail is just in the lamp, I'm going to get started with this. So we're going to need all three colours, and I'm also going to need a nice clean palette. So I'm going to get all that polish off that I've just wiped on there from cleaning off my brushes. And I'm going to get my base coat, and I'm going to do 3 blobs of it on this palette. 1, 2, 3, like so. And I'm going to create 3 gels with these glitters. So I'm going to start with the yellow. I'm just going to get this tool here to pick it up and plonk it in. And I'm keeping the glitters open next to me, so I've got easy access to them. Just wiping the excess off my tool every time. I'm not putting loads in, I'm not too worried about it being like really, what's the word? Like dense with glitter, because we're going to add glitter as we go along anyway, so it's not a problem. But I am just going to very gently just mix it together a little bit to coat all those pieces of glitter in base coat. If you put too much glitter in, it's actually quite difficult to manoeuvre it, so you don't want to put too much. You'll know if you've put too much because it'll be impossible to use, and if that's the case, just add a little bit more base coat. And then vice versa as well, like if you go to pick them up and there's no glitter in it, then obviously you know you need a bit more glitter. So we're just going to go in with these now, and I'm going to get a brush that would be useful. This one's got other types of glitter in it, but it's not a problem. Glitter is glitter. So I'm just going to go straight in, and obviously Sex on the Beach is going to be my like orange colour, the one that goes with the orange that I've picked out. So I'm just popping that on. We're literally just using it like it's a gel. Well, because it is really. And then we're just going to pull that slightly over the pink. And then once you've got on the majority, you don't want your base coat to be too thick, by the way, so don't have it like where it's that wet and like runny and stuff that is running all over the place. But I then can, once we've got majority of it on, I can go in with some extra pieces of glitter to get it nice and opaque. So once I've done that, I'm going to do the same thing with the pink in the middle area. Just bringing it right up to the orange, pulling it down slightly into the yellow. Like so, and then I'm just going to pull up through the orange as well to really make them blend together nicely. So we want a few pink bits like in the orange and a couple of orangey bits in the pink as well, just to really blend them together. Like so. And then last but not least, we're going to do the same with the yellow, but obviously we're just applying it to the bottom, which is where the free edge would be if it was a real nail. Just maneuvering that around, and then again I'm going to pull that up so we get some yellow pieces in the pink. Like so. Then once I'm happy, I'm going to pop that into the lamp. That's what it's looking like at the moment. I'm just going to do the exact same thing on this nail. You can start whichever way round you want, so you can always start with the bottom colour. I'm going to literally, just because there's enough of it to do it, whereas I need to make a little bit more of the other two. And then again, just pull it up through the pink. And then we're going to get the pink, which I might just about have enough of actually. It might just be the orange I need to make some more of. Might need a little bit more. I'm just going to pick some pieces up actually and just dab them on. Like so. Just making sure that the sides are nice and neat. And then I need some more. So like I said, just going to make a little bit more of the orangey one. So I'm just putting a little bit more base coat onto my palette. I guess exactly how much I'll need, so I don't make way too much. But they all have the similar like effect, these glitters, which is the best thing when you're trying to blend glitters together. It's much harder to blend like an iridescent with a metallic or something with a holographic, like, you know what I mean? Like if you've got the same sort of effect, it'll be much easier. Okay, and then again, just going to pull them up through each other. Give that a little bit of a mix through. And then check it from all angles, make sure it's as flat as it can be, and then you can pop it into the lamp for a full cure. So the other one's cured now, this is what it looks like. We're going to pop a coat of base coat on. Smooth it out, get it nice and even. We also need a nice smooth surface for the next step as well. So as you can see from a side angle, it is perfectly smooth. You don't have to worry about it or anything, or any filing or anything like that. I'm going to pop that into the lamp for a full cure. Now you can obviously use this, like this design as the base for literally anything. You could stick some stickers on the top, you could literally just top coat now at this point, you can put a decal on, some foil, stamping, like literally anything you want can go on top of this, and this can be your base. Obviously you could just leave it as it is because it's very pretty on its own. I'm trying to put it on to see how it looks like as a thumb, but it's not working. But yeah, so it's very, very pretty, but I'm going to use, I think I'm going to do two different things with it, because as much as I love a thumbnail where both the designs like sort of go, it's a bit boring to be honest with you. So I'm going to do one foil and one stamped design, because I've just got one image that I really want to use for stamping. Well, I've got two, but I'm not sure which one I'm going to prefer, so I'm going to do both to have a look. So there's this one and there's this one down here. I think this is really cute with the flamingo, so I'm going to try both. I'm going to do one on each nail, and then I'm going to remove whatever image I'm not keen on from the nail that it's on, obviously, and then we'll do the foil on that nail sort of thing. So first things first, I've took off the tacky layer, which I didn't really explain, but I have just done that. And as you can see, the nail is super smooth. There's nothing there that really needs doing. If you did have anything, then you could just easily give it a buff over once you've removed your tacky layer. So I'm going to try this one first. We're going to go straight in with that, and I'm going to be using black stamping polish, just because I think it'll be really good in contrast with the bright colours underneath. So I've got my stamper here and my lint roller, and I'm just rolling it over to make sure it's clean, giving my polish a little shake. And I've got a scraper right next to me, so I'm going to get my nail. You try and get the image in on camera, but it's a bit annoying because it's in the middle of the plate. So there we go, that'll do. So I'm just going to clean it off first of all, which I nearly forgot about doing. I'm just going to go over it with a cotton pad and some acetone, and then my finger to make sure there's no cotton left over. And then I'm going to place my black polish at the top of the image, and I'm going to pull it down at a 45-degree angle. I'm not bothered about this bottom bit because I'm not using that. I'm going to pick it up and figure out where I want it. I think about there, so I can get all the trees on. Just almost turned my stamper inside out. That was a bit aggressive. Here we go. So that's that one, which, don't get me wrong, I do actually really like. I think that's really pretty. But I'm going to try this other one. I'm going to have to do it upside down, like the scraping process, just because it's at the bottom of the plate and I'm not going to be able to get the whole plate on the camera. So again, cleaning it off first of all. Getting the polish, the extra polish off my nail, and then off my stamper even, and then getting my nail ready. And then again, scraping at a 45-degree angle, rolling over the image, getting off any bits that I don't need. And I don't want both the flamingos because it's a bit flamingo overkill. This one's really cute because it's got clouds on it as well, which is really sweet. So that's what that one looks like. I actually really like that one. I think I like that one a bit more than the other one. I'd like if it was a bit larger, like if the image was as large as this. If this image was as large as this image, I think I'd love it and it'd be perfect. It's a bit annoying that it's a bit small, but I think what I'm going to do is get this tree here off the other image and place it up here just to fill a bit more of the nail, and then I'll be happy. So I'm going to do that. Just because what is the point in an easy life? So I'm only using that section of this image now. I'm not going to bother putting the polish all over it just to use that. So I'm going to use the plate on a bit of an angle. So I'm going to make sure my stamper is clean again. And then I'm going to apply my black polish just to this tree. And then pull it this way so it doesn't pick up anything that I don't need. And then just going to quickly remove that, and I'm going to pop it so it's hanging over this, like so. And I prefer that a lot more now there's more on it. So I'm keeping that one that way. I'm going to get rid of this stamping plate because I don't need it anymore, because the next nail is going to be a foil design. So I'm going to get rid of everything stamping related, so I've got a bit more space on my desk, because I've done a lot of videos today. I think I filmed about 5 videos today. I've been in this room for about 5 hours now because I've been editing as I've gone along. But it's all good, I'm getting ahead of the game. So this one, I'm getting rid of that image off there. And I'm going to apply some foil gel and get that in the lamp. So just taking that off. That's the joys of stamping, is because it's normal polish. It's so easy to just remove anything you're not keen on. And then I'm going to get my foil gel. And I'm going to paint a coat of it over the whole nail because I'm going to do something full coverage foil wise. I think I'm going to do, I've got one in my head. Annoyingly, it's not a black image. So it's not going to match the other one at all, which is a bit annoying. I might have to look for some black images actually, but the one in my head was like a white butterfly foil. So I'm going to get that out, but I'll have a look if there are any black ones while I'm having a look. You know what, if this isn't proof, let me just tuck myself back in. If this isn't proof that I have no idea what I own in terms of foils and nail art and stuff, that I don't know what is, because the one I was thinking of was this. It's called Flight and it's just white butterflies. I love it. So it turns out I've got this foil, very, very similar anyway, in black. So it's good, it's worked well, because the one that I wanted to use, I can use now technically, because it's the same, it's just the colour scheme that I needed. So this is what it looks like. I just need to pick which area of it that I'm going to use. I think I'm going to do probably this bit, because it's got floral and butterfly, which is a nice mixture. So I'm going to do that, I think. So my nail has now cured in the lamp for 60 seconds. I was using the Evol foil gel as well, which you can get from Sparkle Supplies UK. And then, like I said, I'm going to go in with this area so we get a flower and butterflies. I'm going to go down the middle, make sure it's nice and smooth there first, and then I'm going to start pushing towards the outside of the nail, like so. And then I've not even tried to put pressure everywhere because it's so difficult with these tips. I'm just going to take it off the backing for a second and then really quite aggressively put pressure all over to make sure it's all stuck. And then once I'm happy, I'm then going to just take my blue tack off the back. Oh, I've took it off the foil by accident. It's fine, it's fine. I'm just going to stick it back down and pretend I didn't. So I'm just going to push this back down. And then we're going to just peel off really gently. And then we can see, as we're lifting it, if there's anywhere that hasn't stuck. But to be fair, it's gone really, really well. I love that. How beautiful does that look? So these are the nails that we've got. So they're not completely different, really. One is just flamingos, the other one is butterflies. So I'm going to top coat these two off camera. And then I will come back and show you what they look like when they're done. So here is the finished design. Oh, gosh. I'm actually really, really happy with how these turned out, and I'm definitely happy that I put that there, because if I didn't, I think that would have really bugged me that there wasn't much on it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a bit of a long one, I think, from what I can remember. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye!